It is 6:03 on a Tuesday morning, June 10th. We're at 70 degrees. Chance of showers today, highs in the mid-80s. Good morning. I'm Michelle Basch.
And I'm John Aaron. We begin with a deadly police shooting. Howard County police say they shot and killed an armed man last night in Columbia, Maryland. This morning, WTOP's Neil Augenstein has details about what happened and what happens next.
Howard County police were called to a home on Wilbur Court by a man in his 20s who said he'd been stabbed several times by his brother. 2 minutes later, the stabbing suspect called 911 and said he'd stabbed his brother and was armed. When police got to the intersection of Oakland Mills Road and Carter's Lane, they say the man was armed with a large double-edged spear. Police say when he moved toward officers and refused to drop the spear, he was shot and killed by officers, and that the stabbing was done with that spear. The Maryland Attorney General's Independent Investigations Division is investigating this deadly shooting. Neil Augenstein, WTOP News.
Opening statements are expected today at the trial of a man accused of killing a beloved Greenbelt teacher. Miriam Torres-Sila taught at Dora Kennedy French Immersion School. The 59-year-old went for a walk in July 2023 and was never seen alive again. The next month, some of her dismembered remains were found at a pond in Clinton near Joint Base Andrews. 33-year-old Harold Landon III is charged with her murder. According to charging documents, a witness saw Landon driving a pickup truck and dumping something in the area of the pond and took a photo of him. Our partners at 7 News report a jury for his trial was seated yesterday.
A new Washington Commanders stadium at the old RFK site could generate tens of thousands of jobs and billions of dollars in economic activity. But one expert tells our Scott Gelman there are still some unanswered questions.
The analysis is not as comprehensive as I would have expected it to be to make this kind of an investment decision.
Cliff Rossi with the University of Maryland says that's because it doesn't consider what could be built instead.
I'm just asking, what were the alternatives?
The D.C. report found that a new stadium would boost the city's economy, but Rossi says reviews of stadium projects don't support that.
Local economic activity is largely unaffected by these big stadium projects.
He says many of the projections could be reasonable, but shiny object bias could be a factor. Are the numbers actually real, or
is it somebody's, desire to see someone apply a fancy model to come up with a result, but the results really haven't been corroborated or validated in any kind of sophisticated way.
Scott Gelman, WTOP News.
City Administrator Kevin Donahue tells WTOP there's, quote, no alternate investor looking to pump billions of dollars of their own money into the district.
It's not something you see every day. A young black bear was spotted in Herndon yesterday. It spent hours resting among 2 different trees on Eldon Street before state wildlife officials safely tranquilized it so it could be moved to another, more rural area. The bear was wearing a collar, and Herndon police say the animal is being tracked by the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. Now, last month, a bear was tranquilized and removed from the Langley Park neighborhood of Prince George's County. The Washington Post reports the bear is thought to be the same one that was hanging out in Herndon yesterday.
Coming up in Money News, a popular fast casual restaurant is about to turn up the summer heat with a spicy new dish. Traffic and weather in 30 seconds.
On the Hook.